Hello and welcome to Hollyoaks Unwrapped. I'm Kieron Richardson and today's episode, we're getting savage. And we're also full of surprises because it's week 9. Take a look at this. And I think it would be only right that I actually let you sit in this seat and you interview me.
And we were dancing and then it said a kiss and I was like...
Hello and welcome to Hollyoaks Unwrapped. I'm Kieron Richardson and in today's episode, sisters are doing it for themselves. It's the Savages / Blake. So let's bring them on. My first guest bring the laughs. She also brings the heart. It's Jessamy Stoddart. Liberty Savage! And my second guest is my co-host on Unwrapped. She's my intelligence and she's also Passey Pesters the producers. It's Anna Passey, Sienna Blake! Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for
You're
having
around
me.
again, Anna.
I can't stay away, it seems.
Should we find out what's happened on Hollyoaks this week? Gemma was determined to destroy Mercedes, so gave her some pills to try. After lying to protect Lucas, a distressed Steve decided to join her. Sully had dinner with Darren and Nancy to try and prove that he's worthy of Frankie. Goldie still doesn't trust Warren. But was she blackmailing Mercedes? Misbah decided to give Donnie another chance. And then, in some powerful scenes, Cleo accepted help. Let's give this a watch.
I need you to trust me. Okay? I only want what's best for you. I love you. We love you. But we think that you need some help. So please, will you come with us and let us get it for you?
Oh, gut-wrenching stuff. Anna, straight to you first. What's going on there?
Oh, it's such a sad storyline. It's Cleo has had the baby and then now she has postpartum psychosis. So she's getting really confused. She's seeing things that aren't there. It's more heart-wrenching for everyone watching her because they're seeing her go through this pain. She can't bond with the baby. She had a very traumatic birth. So it's a really sad story. And obviously it involves Sienna and Dodger trying to support her through it and try and help to get her help. But Nadine is such a powerhouse. These scenes are so moving. I'm really excited to share it with the audience because I think it's such an important storyline that isn't talked about enough.
Every performance I think that she does is so delicate and perfect.
She's so vulnerable, isn't she?
Really
as an
vulnerable,
actress?
and
It's
it
lovely.
pulls on your heartstrings. Now, speaking of pulling on your heartstrings, a few weeks ago, you tried to sit in this seat, didn't you?
Oh my gosh, are you not over that yet? I thought we talked about it.
I'm not, and I actually felt really guilty and really bad. And I was thinking about it, and I think I've lived a life in this building and on this show, well, not just this show, Hollyoaks in general. And I think it would be only right that I actually let you sit in this seat and you interview me, and I'm going to join Jessamy. What do we think about that?
I think it's my moment.
Yay! Come on then. Here we go.
Welcome to Hollyoaks Unwrapped with me, Anna Passey. Okay, so the lovely Kieron Richardson and the lovely Jessamy. How do you both think that being in Hollyoaks in particular has changed your personal life? Because we always think about it from the work perspective, but how has it changed your personal life to be in the show?
Well, I found a city that I love. I'd always been a bit
'Cause where are
wherever
you
I
from
lay my
originally?
hat. I'm from Essex,
Yeah.
but then I always felt a bit more at home when I was in London. But then that wasn't my home because I still had to come out of London. And then I moved here. I lived in town for a bit and I was like, I love Scousers, you know. Then when I moved in with you to
Yes.
where we
Little
live,
fun fact, we shared a house for
We
a long
did.
while there, didn't we? In a
we
first...
did. She took me in. I think the people that you meet through the job, whether it's like friends that last, a contract or friends that last the whole rest of your life, like it is the place, it's a home away from home, isn't it? It is the most gorgeous place to work.
It is. And what about you, Kieran? How do you think it's changed your life? Because you've been on here for so long now.
For me, I've made no qualms in saying this. I know for a fact I would not be a parent, a dad now, if it wasn't for this show. Probably wouldn't have met my husband because I met him 20 years ago at the very beginning, and I was having a Hollyoaks birthday party with another character at the time, and we were searching for a DJ, and he'd watched the show and said, yeah, he'd do it. So I met him because of that. So I wouldn't have my kids, wouldn't have my husband completely. It changed my life.
This we've seen on screen, this has been, I think a lot of years have been tough for Steve, but this one in particular has been a very, very tough year for Steve. So we've been trapped in a coma for a year, obviously, we saw that. Then he kissed his son's boyfriend, not advisable. But what do you think has been the standout moment in what's been a humongous year for Steve?
I'm really proud of the child and parent abuse storyline because Oscar and myself have worked really hard with Pegs, who are supporting us alongside the writing team to make sure that we get it absolutely spot on. And we said from the get-go, the relationship and dynamic that Steve and Lucas have and the abuse that's followed that family for years and years. Now, Lucas is going through this. Lucas has only ever grown up like that, so he doesn't know any different. So Steve ultimately wants to protect his son and will do anything to do that. So we made a conscious decision at the beginning, once the abuse started. At first, we were like, the first hit has got to be a shock. Then the second one, Steve was like, maybe he deserves this. So I tried to play it when I took the next hit off him, that I wanted him to do it, go and hit me. Just if you're going to be aggressive and angry towards me, just get it out, just get it all out your system, and I'm not going to tell anybody. And we're now at the point where Steve is trying to protect Lucas by lying to the police to say he's the one that's abusing Lucas when it's not, because ultimately I think Steve feels responsible. At this moment in time, Steve will do anything to protect their secret, because he doesn't, as soon as he is open about this and open about the abuse that he's going through, Lucas will be taken away from him, and that's the last thing that he wants.
And some of the scenes are they're hard to watch, but they're so powerful, and it's such an interesting look at the story. And I think as well, it really questions how far parents will go for their children and what you would do, and all the guilt mixed in there of, is it my fault? Have I not done parenting right? And I think that will resonate with so many people on all sorts of different levels, even if it's not necessarily as specific as this abuse. That's great. Liberty's also had quite a tumultuous year.
Yes.
Obviously, hooked up with my dad, still not over it,
Sorry about that.
who was also a serial killer. Helped to off him at the end there, was part of that. So how has that storyline been to work with?
I love a stunt block. I love it. There's nothing better than, is this a pre or post plane crash? And they're like, post, and you're like that. Dirt everywhere, covered in grub, covered in grime. I live for it. So it was so nice being part of that. I love like watching his character unfold, because I was hoodwinked as a character.
It ran for 18 months. That's quite a long chunk of time, isn't it?
And it's that like when it turned into a relationship, and then it's me being in love with this man, but the audience and everybody else seeing a different man, and it's
and we love Liberty, so the audience would have been screaming at the television like, "Stop! Don't go near him!"
He's the wrong man.
She's such a good person, and she's seeing the best in people, right? And how do you think the audience felt at the end for him to? Do you think they were ready for him to?
I think so.
We all can agree that Jez had to go at that point.
I think he had to go.
So, both Steve and Liberty have been part of some very outrageous scenes over the years. Is there any moment in particular that stands out where you read it in the script and thought, surely not that?
My first snog with Jez, because it came out of nowhere. We were having a little dance party and we were dancing, and then it said a kiss, and I was like, you know, when you read through something, I was like, am I going there? And then I didn't go there for ages, and then I like went there, and then that was a whole storyline.
It's fairly shocking. And what about Steve? I mean, you've had so many.
I would say kissing Dylan. I just didn't ever see it coming.
Even more than the werewolf?
When we thought we killed a werewolf.
And that was quite left field, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically, we were doing comedy at the time. We're seeing the same guy, and then...
You thought you'd killed him.
Oh, I thought I'd killed him. I thought I'd ferociously done acrobatics in the bedroom, and he was no longer. So we bundled him in the back of the van and thought we'd...
And it was Halloween, so we dressed him in a werewolf costume and we carried him to dispose of him in the woods.
When we opened the doors, the werewolf was missing from the back of the van. So then we were searching high and low for this werewolf in the woods. And it turned out that I can't believe we're saying this, he wanted to take a Viagra to sleep with Steve. And in actual fact, he took sleeping tablets. So we didn't kill him. He was just fast asleep.
Just asleep. So that's quite a shocking one, I was
When was this?
Yeah.
But also you kissing Dylan.
2022 period.
Oh, okay.
And what about scenes together? We don't see a lot of...
we did an iconic one together that people go on about. People mention this all the time.
Really?
To me.
I loved that scene.
It was basically, I was trying to look for something in your guys' flat, and I was creeping around trying to find something. I think I was on the phone to Ethan, and he was shouting at me, and then you were coming home, so I had to hide behind the door, and you thought there was an intruder. So you got the perfume out of your bag and then sprayed perfume, and I give my very famous scream.
We've heard it before.
It was a scream off.
Shall we hear it again?
No.
It's really hard.
That's
like,
how you scream in real life.
people are
right?
listening to this in the car driving to work. I'm so sorry, but my actual scream is really, really.
That's your real life scream.
Yeah,
isn't it?
people go on about that scene all the time. They
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Did you ever think that Steve Hay would make it this far and still be here to see the 30th? I mean, after everything that this man has been through, did you think you'd still be here?
As the audience remind me a lot, Mr. Bomb-proof. Now we know James is also bomb-proof. No, I didn't think that I'd still be in this show, all this time later. When I first ever started, I'd got the audition through and my agent had said to me, it's only 7 episodes and that's it. You'll be in and you'll be out. My agent said there's these 2 characters coming in Hollyoaks. One's called Steve, one's called Wayne. And they were going to be the boyfriends of Amy and Michaela, these 2 new characters that were coming into the show. So I was like, do you not think I'll do any more than 7 episodes? She went, nope, 7, in, out, and that's it. And then when I got the audition, the character was described as monosyllabic. So I was Googling it going, what's monosyllabic mean? And I thought, what a boring character. So when I got the script through and I started doing it, is it furrowing or burrowing my eyebrows? What do you do?
Furrowing.
I was furrowing my
like a
eyebrows
rabbit
to look a bit more evil. And then the writers must have picked up on it. So then they made Steve a bit aggressive and abusive and a bully. He was bullying all the teenagers. And then I was joyriding and stealing cars. So quite quickly he became not so monosyllabic.
No, he's our lovable scally now. If you had to find the perfect date for your characters and you were setting up a dating profile, what do you think that your characters should be looking for? And maybe is there anyone in the village that you think would be quite well suited
Absolutely.
to your character? Don't say Ashley Taylor Dawson.
Someone that's got many kids with a teacher from the school, used to wear string vests, perfectly sculpted face, goes by the name of Darren, I would say.
Right. So that's you covered then. And for Liberty, what do you think she needs in a man? What's she looking for?
That's it. I think what she goes for and what she needs.
Steer away from dads.
Damon back. They were such a cute couple. But I think she needs to put an age cap.
Right.
What
I
about
think she
a
tried
really
that.
funny guy? Like, Liberty's such a funny character.
Have we got any funny guys?
A comedy queen and a comedy king together, and they can
That's
just,
it.
whenever you 2 together would just be amazing. You could just sing at each other.
Yeah.
would be
A
lovely.
singing comedian,
Yeah.
above 6'2",
Yep. Yes,
under
important.
60.
That's not a lot to ask for, guys. Come
don't
on,
think
if anyone's
so.
out there.
Not a serial killer.
Well, still on the topic of love, a question for both of you. Who has been your favourite on-screen partner? And maybe that's for your character, but equally it could just be who you liked working with the best.
I loved, obviously I've just mentioned him there, but I loved working with Jacob. But the Jacob-Adam duo, because I've loved both.
Yeah.
That was just such an iconic era of them always planning to go to New York and always having a different love interest. That was
That was gorgeous. That was such a lovely bromance as well, wasn't it? And they were both such pure-hearted characters, and we know that Liberty is our pure heart of the show. So I actually feel like either of those boys would be a lovely match.
Yeah.
But
and wonderful humans in the real life, which
Damon.
makes it 10 times better.
we had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a lovely time.
And then, your list is quite long. So who do you think's the best suited?
I loved the purity, even though it was wrong to start with. Tony's son, Harry, I thought their relationship was pure and sweet.
And I think the audience resonated with that because I think they're one of the most popular couples we've had.
The audience, and we did have an amazing time, would always say Brendan, and everybody still talks about that relationship. And I suppose that one will go down for me as the most powerful and memorable one because we did work so hard together and it just worked for some reason. And
there was a bit of magic with it, wasn't there?
It was. Sometimes you do find that magic and the chemistry in a relationship.
It was fiery. I used to watch, that was my proper era of Hollyoaks that I absolutely loved. And it was the chemistry and the connection. You felt like you could cut it with a knife. And even though it was a bit dangerous, the relationship at times,
And don't
it just
forget,
felt like...
growing up on soaps, gay kisses on television back then, and this was only the early 2010s, you didn't see that much of it. And you definitely didn't see gay characters being leading men on TV shows. There was always the comedy character or just on the periphery. And this was the first time that, to my knowledge, they were putting 2 gay characters at the forefront of the show, and they really were at the time. And back in the day, EastEnders, this is many, many, many moons ago, they did a same-sex kiss, and when I say it was literally on the forehead, and it got so many complaints, which is so sad and awful to think that there was a time where that happened. And then even in the early 2010s when we did ours, we pushed the boundary of showing men kissing and not trying to cheat it or don't offend the audience. Like,
Sounds wild to say now, but it was really trailblazing for
that's
the
how we
time.
kiss. And you see a straight couple do it and you don't get any complaints whatsoever. And I would like to say that we did it and nobody batted an eyelid. Maybe they did behind closed doors, but we definitely didn't feel it at the time. And I feel like now to where we are in our show, I feel like we were a part of changing people's perceptions of LGBT characters.
Okay, we're going to move on to Passey pesters the producers. So every week I go around the building and I just pester people and try and find out some info on a big storyline that we've got coming up at Christmas, which is so soon now. And then the audience at home, you guys are going to guess what it is. And then the audience at home, you guys keep your guesses coming in. I have to say as well, the producers of Hollyoaks Unwrapped have said that someone on socials has now guessed it.
But everybody thinks I know this, by the way. And I promise you, hand on my heart. Is it my heart's on this side, isn't it? Yeah. Hand on my heart. Jessamy Stoddart. I genuinely do not know the answer to it.
Okay, so we've got another little sneaky peek, Passey Pesters. Should we watch it?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's go.
So I've been tipped off that there is a clue in Casa McQueen. So I'm just going to have a quick look. Maybe it's that. So we've got a red wine and an orange juice. Maybe it's a date. Well, if it is a date, it's quite nice to be wined and dined. Rude not to, right? Cheers. Back to you, Kieran.
Okay, so at home, what do you think? So we've just seen a date set up with a glass of orange juice and a glass of red wine, and that is this week's clue. So just to recap you guys at home and for Jess, these are the clues that we've got and we want your theory on what you think. So we're looking for a big storyline that is going to be happening at Christmas. So the first clue was that someone's life will be forever changed this Christmas. The second clue was this equation that basically said there was going to be 4 families over 4 days at Christmas. We found a script in one of the sets, and that was the script that was the last script.
Got intel information on this clue.
Before the
We've
time
been going,
jump.
the line, what does it mean? It's just the script. It's just that script. The last someone prominent from that script, apparently.
Then we saw a screenshot of Sienna and Cleo hugging when she just got off the boat, you know, when they reunited after Sienna wasn't dead.
Yeah.
That was the clue for the next one. And then we had a riddle, which was the Titanic is to famous ships as blank is to Hollyoaks ships. And then the latest one that we had was a drawing of a dinosaur crying, which we think has something to do with Rex.
Gotta be Rex crying. T-Rex.
Oh, we know that whoever is one of the people involved is left-handed, which we still don't know who in the cast. Are you left-handed?
No.
No, we can't find anyone.
We've got about this clue. We should be going around going, Joe, what are you writing on now?
Just sign this for me.
Normally really clever people.
Yeah. And then we also last week saw a wig, which was a judge's wig.
It's got to be James.
That's what I thought.
So it leads
Lawyer.
and then
goes to court.
and then why are we seeing a date? But what, James? What we know James is back. So
But are you going to have a date because he was waiting?
that can't be the big storyline. Is
I
that
keep saying
you
I'm
go on
filming
a
Christmas
date
right now. Definitely don't have a date scene. But that new clue makes me think Steve doesn't drink and I always have orange
So
juice.
it's got
and
to involve
scenes.
you and James. Something's
But
got
James
to.
didn't drink red wine. He was a whiskey guy.
If you're at home, please find an old episode that has got Greg in it who plays James and see if you can figure out what handedness
Well, who's
he is.
recently wrote a letter in the show? Like, have we seen any?
That's a task for you at home. And also, please keep your suggestions coming in on socials because we do know that one of you's guessed it. And we
Someone's
are
got it
getting
right, so I'm
close.
going to check social.
No,
on
that's
the
cheating,
comments.
and we don't do cheating here.
I do.
Now, we are nearly done with part 1, so let's take a look at what's coming up in part 2.
Going, what are you saying? But obviously the track's still playing and I'm not singing them.
We've got some letters that have come in from some Hollyoaks residents. And Kieran and Jessamy, you are going to give out some advice. Right, before we head off, I have got a little question for you. Which of these songs was not sung by our Liberty Savage? Was it A, Daddy Dirk, B, Orange is the New Pink, or was it C, Blow My Bubble? Welcome back. Right, before we crack on, we're going to get the answer. I asked you the question before the break. Which of these 3 songs was not sung by Liberty Savage? Was it Daddy Dirk, Orange is the New Pink, or Blow My Bubble? What do you guys think?
Well, definitely we did Daddy Dirk, so Blow My Bubble.
Blow My Bubble.
Blow My
Incorrect. The answer was, in fact, Orange is the new pink, but now I've heard that title, I would quite like to hear the song. So let's try and get that in an upcoming episode. While we're on the subject of Liberty's songs, some people at home might not remember the classic that is Daddy Dirk. Could we potentially have a refresh? Is that putting you on the spot?
Do you know what? I've got it in me.
Do it, yeah.
I've got a Daddy Dirk in me, I think.
This is going to be our
can't remember
first
it.
live performance as an exclusive on Hollyoaks Unwrapped.
Did you not have an instrument when you did it?
No, this was just a fluffy book number that I was penning in my emotional state.
Okay, let's
Are
hear
you
it.
ready?
This is Jessamy Stoddart performing Daddy Dirk as Liberty Savage.
Daddy Dirk, why did you have to die? But now you can visit Mum and Will in the asylum in the sky. Daddy Dirk, you've left us all alone. And now you're up in heaven without your jeans and the phone or a charger. Some of the most iconic lyrics you're ever going
Live
to hear.
performance. Hasn't she just got the voice of an actual angel?
Actual angel.
I think we want to also see a Liberty Savage country album. Who's up for that?
I'd be up for that.
Woo! Okay, moving on. Let's talk about jobs. Because sometimes I feel in the village, some people have very steady jobs. So we know, like, Tony's a chef, right? Whereas other people, it's like, what do they do again? Or maybe like Sienna, she has a different job every week, doesn't she? She's too busy for a job, really, with all her scheming. But Steve has had a lot of jobs over the years. He had Deadly Sheen, which was our cleaning business, which we loved.
Been a bin man.
And a bin man. And we've seen him chefing.
Chefing. I had what was that ice cream van I had for a bit?
Oh, yeah, and you had the baguette shop when I joined. We've seen many jobs. What do you think his ideal job would be? If you could give him any job, because he's not going to get every job he applies for, let's face it.
I'll tell you what I would be good at. Hairdressing.
Oh, could you imagine?
Did you watch the episode when Steve cut Amy's hair off? Ashley Selena Davis, who played Amy, Lucas's mum, she had the longest hair, and I mean, like, it just went
Beautiful
to
hair.
the floor. It was so long, and she wanted to have her hair cut, so she told the producer, who was Brian Kirkwood at the time, "Can I cut my hair off?" And he went, "Yeah. I've got an idea. I'm going to get Steve to do it in a scene."
She was like, great, that's just what I wanted.
So on the day, they were like, obviously, to make it quicker, we're going to put the hair in a plait. And then we've got 10 cameras on this scene. You've got one take because once it's cut, and there's no going back. So we was in this really small bathroom in the house that Steve and Amy used to live in. 10 cameras. Penelope Shales, the director, I remember, she was like, "Can you do this? Can you do this?" I'm like, yeah, I've got it. Don't worry. So
You get anxiety just hearing it, don't you?
anxious.
obviously I didn't practice. I was like, pair of scissors and a plait and just go. Well, it doesn't work like that with the plait. I should have practiced. So we do
lot
the
to get
scene,
through.
the build up to it, which was harrowing. It's domestic abuse, teenage domestic abuse. So you get like the trauma that was leading up to it. And then I'm thinking, this is the moment, get the scissors. And then I go, Gideon, get the scissors. And I get the plait and I'm going, well, when you've got a plait and scissors, the hair pushes the scissors away so it wouldn't cut. And we can't cut the scene because it's one take and I've made a little incision. So I'm going, and I start crying. I wasn't supposed to cry in that scene. I was
Just 'cause you
crying
couldn't
because I
cut
was
the hair.
thinking, I've messed this whole take up, this 10 camera scene with one shot.
And someone's
and it's
real
going
hair.
wrong, and I can't look at the director to go, what do I do? So I'm just crying going, 10 minutes. 10 whole minutes it took me to cut into that
Third of an
plait.
episode.
So they have to like
Yeah, so that final scene, you can go back on YouTube and watch it.
It is a
now.
harrowing scene.
Me
as well.
crying,
I
it's
remember.
genuine
Really
tears, and it took me 10 minutes to cut through the plait.
Did you not have
But the
that
best
toy
bit
as a
is-
young person where the doll and you could...
I didn't think. I thought it was a plait. Nobody thought like.
Someone should have bought you that to
But
practice
when the plait went and the hair just dropped, it looked like the perfect pob.
Go on.
So
Okay, so maybe
a hairdresser.
hairdressers, get the salon back.
Might take me a while.
What about for Liberty? What would be... We've seen her at the Emporium
Mm.
and we've seen her at the flower store. She has other jobs.
Well, when I went off on maternity leave, my job was that I was a jingle writer in
Right,
Australia.
of course.
So I have had that job.
Classic.
But do you know what? I honestly think the Emporium was like such an iconic job for Liberty because people used to just come in and buy like a single gnome and a yo-yo and we'd have a whole scene about it. Like I think as characters go, selling bric-a-brac for Liberty, if it was like had a crystal corner,
Yeah.
and a healing centre at the back of a bric-a-brac shop. I just think it's the most random and iconic thing ever.
For years and years, there was this beautiful florist in the middle of the village. It was like in a little structure. I'm sure you all remember it. And it was, I loved the set. I want to be a florist. When I grow up, that's what Anna Passey wants to do. She wants to be a florist. So there was this florist and no one was working in it. And I don't think I really had a job at the time. I think I just milled about. And I asked our producer at the time, Brian Kirkwood, if I could have the florists. And I thought what would be so super would be calling it Sienna Stalks, right?
Yeah.
And it was half florist, and then in the back it was taxidermy. And that's what I really wanted, like stuffed crows and squirrels. And there was like a good half and a bad half. And I was like, please, can I have it? And he always said no. And he didn't let me have it. And then they ploughed the florist down and it's not there anymore. And I thought, well, that's my dreams of a florist.
When did that florist go? Was that crane?
Years ago.
The crane.
Was it? Oh,
No, I think it was the crane. Remember
wasn't
that
it?
crane?
A while
flattened
back.
Everything when
But then, lo and behold, I came in one day and I thought, I saw the stand. I saw the stand before I knew I was getting the flower store, and it said Blake's Blooms. And I was like, that's me. What is it? So now we run a flower store. How cute is that? But it's not called Sienna Stalks, which I do think was a missed opportunity. Right. So I want to know about your extracurricular activities, not as your characters, as real life people. Have you got anything surprising that any sort of skills or hobbies or talents that you do?
I have like some things I'm really passionate about on the side,
Go on.
like women's health.
Yeah, lovely. That's a good
I'm
hobby.
really passionate, from birth to death, women's health in every single way. I want kids to grow up in a world where they know what normal is, what normal isn't. And it's not just a couple of little PSHE classes where you talk about what might be going on in your body. It's something that is like a proper dedicated class that comes into schools and teaches young women about becoming a woman, things that help you through like birth and just life all the way through to menopause. I'm just very passionate about women's health.
I think that's
Lovely.
needed anyway. Like,
Yeah.
we're two dads, and so I haven't got that experience. So when it's time for me to speak to my daughter about this, what do I say? Because
But
I
I
haven't
think
lived
it comes
so I
from
don't
both
know.
sides. I don't think you should be separated. I think everyone should understand different parts of what people go through, and then it should all just be something that is so normalised that we all know what's going on.
And what about you, Key? What are your hobbies?
I would say my extracurricular fun is I'm a plane geek. I can tell the difference by the sound of a takeoff, whether it's an Airbus or a Boeing.
Sometimes he's
without
like,
looking.
6:32 from Manchester to
Alicante.
Yeah, he knows it. What about as well? I think we have to mention here, I think you've got an exceptional talent, which is party planning.
I'm good at parties.
You have never seen anyone organise a party like this man right here.
So for the very first Hollyoaksy party that I had with Holly J. Bowes, who was on the show not so long ago, who played Michaela, we had a joint birthday party in Liverpool, and all the cast came, and we had people walking around with snakes around their necks. We hired out like a holiday camp place type thing, and we had a booking Bronco Bull thing. We had a hypnotist. For my 30th birthday, we had S Club 2. Couldn't afford the 7, but we got 2 of them.
Reality shows.
Oh.
Right. Firstly, I want to know, have you done them? And then separately, Jessamy, which would you most like to do?
I would love Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah, you would be
But
amazing on that.
It is like meeting your heroes because it's my favourite programme. So I would be really nervous. I live for a Saturday.
I'd like to come
And
with a big
if I
foam
say,
thunder.
oh, Strictly Aren't, Joni repeats it, but she says like every single syllable. So she's like, oh, it's Strictly.
That would be your first choice.
That is
And imagine getting to
let's see
see
if we
Mummy
can make that
all
happen.
Sparkles
Oh,
and
And what's your fave that you've been on? Because you've done
I've
a
only
few.
technically done Dancing on Ice, and I didn't appreciate it at the time because I was busy working here.
I'm sure there'll be some people who
Sneakily
don't
been doing
work
it all
for
their
someone
lives.
else, or even just like they go, oh, Dancing on Ice could be 8 weeks. I'm taking 8 weeks off work. Whereas there will be people who are in a Hollyoaks or in a soap and they're working. So the amount of hours some people get will be different.
For
but
sure.
they don't like say that at the beginning. She's had 2 hours practice this week.
No. What if they did, because Ashley Taylor-Dawson was on
Strictly.
Strictly.
Come Dancing. What if that you could go on Strictly Come Dancing and Ashley Taylor-Dawson could be your partner? Would you do that? Could you be tempted?
Yes is the answer. I'm going to answer for you.
The answer is yes. Okay, right. It is time for Anna's Intelligence. So I've got a little bit of dirt on you, Kieran. And this is something that people don't know about Kieron Richardson. He actually released a single. Now, I've been sworn to secrecy on this for years, but now is my opportunity to tell the world. Tell us about your single and then please, please, please sing us a bit of it.
Said the man who said he had no talent.
Well,
Oh, I didn't release a single. It was the times when I was working for the music channel and they had an affiliation with a charity in Ireland, and they asked me what my contribution to this would be. Would I record a song and then go and perform it?
What was it called?
Bring Me Round to Love. And we went round nightclubs and I was basically miming to this dance track.
But then you said one time someone in the crowd was giving you abuse, right?
And there was these really burly lads taking the mick out of me, bopping away being a pop star on the stage. So they started, not being very nice to me. So I started going, what are you saying? But obviously the track's still playing and I'm not singing then.
So Bring Me Round to Love. If you can get hold of that, I highly recommend you do and you give it a listen. Thank you, Kieran. Okay, every week we have a game on the show, as you know. And today the game is called Hollyoaks, Agony and Tea.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the agony and you two need to bring the tea for me. So we've got some letters that have come in from some Hollyoaks residents. And Kieran and Jessamy, you are going to give out some advice. Dear Unwrapped, I would really appreciate your help on this. I've been getting into my own head recently and I wondered if you could help me decide what to do about my latest conundrum. The thing is, my twin brother is in love with my girlfriend. She promises that she doesn't feel the same, but they did have a kiss while I was being wrongly accused of murder on a boat somewhere. Should I trust her? Should I trust him? I don't deal with heartbreak very well. It brings out a very dark side of me. What should I do? Yours gratefully, Sarah.
I think she sounds high maintenance. I think she needs to get a grip.
Right? High maintenance.
I think that she needs to have a look at the outside circumstances.
Right.
And take everything into consideration, broaden her horizons ever so slightly and see if there's a little bit of like someone else.
Right, but they did kiss each other. It says that here. Did it say?
But
Yeah, they kissed each other. Is that?
did anyone
Are we
think Sarah was
saying?
dead or?
So if someone's presumed dead, do you think that's fine?
Crack on.
Right. Okay, well, that's really good advice. Thanks
I
for
wonder
that,
whether
guys.
that Sarah ever kissed that brother, because that would be weird.
Right, moving
also,
on the
wouldn't
next one. Dear Unwrapped, I'm married to Tony Hutchinson. Well, we haven't kept this one very anonymous, have we? He's cheated on me several times now. He's had a few secret love children, oh dear, along the way. I did get with his dad when he was locked up in a pig pen, so there's a theme here. So we've both messed up a little bit, but we always end up back together. Is it true love, or should we finally let each other go? Love, D.
True love.
I would say they're meant to be together.
Do you think it says true love, though, if you've got with their dad?
No, but pig pen. Remember, out of sight, out of mind.
So we're saying stay together, work it out.
You are drawn to each other.
If you're coming back.
He
for
sounds
a
like
reason.
he sounds like the pillar of that community. I think
Yeah.
he'd be a local
With
councillor.
loads
to
of
stick with it.
secret of children. Amazing. Well, thank you. And just like that, we are at the end of the show. Boo. But don't worry, we've got a sneak peek at next week for you. Here's what's coming up.
Yay!
Right, don't kill our buzz. Yo, fam. Join party. I'm not joining it, I'm junking it.
What are you doing? What, you're mixing booze with pills?
I just needed a distraction, John Paul.
From hitting your son? It's a good job that they took James off you.
I might be getting him back. Still got a meeting with social services tomorrow.
Never gonna happen, mate. You're just a violent addict who's fell off the wagon.
Goldie.
What are you thinking?
I'm not an addict.
What, you're acting like one? I mean, look at the state of you.
Yeah, I'm hot.
No, you're a mess. Look, where's your self-respect? Oh, wait, I forgot you've not got any. Because if you did, you wouldn't be allowing Warren to treat your family like crap.
No, I dumped him. Yeah, so he's gone and I'm on my own again.
You're not on your own though, are you? You've got all of us. And Cleo, she's going through the hardest time of her life. And poor Tony is sat in a hospital bed and he can't even talk. And here's you, chasing your next high. Where you going?
Oh, it's so sad.
horrible
We
to
hate to see it for Mercedes and Steve. We love them both. But sometimes you do need some harsh truths from Goldie. I think that needed to be said.
Yeah.
They are going through it.
They are going through it and it's a sad thing to watch.
Right, then, shall I get us out of this episode?
Yes, please.
A big thank you, first of all, to Anna Passey. She's done a fantastic job.
I have loved this chair.
New episodes of Hollyoaks are going to drop next week, 7 p.m. on E4, or you can stream from first thing in the morning. For any help, support, or advice on anything we spoke about today, go to channel4.com/support-Hollyoaks.
So a big thank you to our wonderful guest for today. Let's hear it for Jessamy Stoddart. And let's hear it for our wonderful Kieron Richardson.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and to keep up with all of the latest gossip, make sure you head over to the Hollyoaks social media channels. This has been Hollyoaks Unwrapped with me, Anna Passey. Yay!